Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sakura Angels. Last time we had a breakfast incident. Let's see where things progress from there. The morning classes pass by in the blink of an eye, and the lunch break soon arriving. I stand up and let out a yawn, only to find out I'm not alone. Come on, guys. We talked about this. As if the conversation this morning had never happened, I find both my guardians standing around me, oblivious to my irritation. What's up, Kenta? Aren't we going to go get lunch now? I'm going to get my own lunch. You guys don't need to be glued to my side. Go do your own thing, or whatever. But what are we supposed to... I don't know. Something. Anything. I feel like you two have been pretty much attached to me since I first met you yesterday. And you're complaining? Some breathing room would be nice. I really am grateful that they're here. Otherwise, I might have met a grisly end yesterday. But this is borderline stalking. I'm not even going to bring up how they camped outside and then proceeded to break into my house. Oh, okay then. I getcha. Hikari understands too, I think. Come on, Hikari. It might be fun to explore the school a little bit and see what it has to offer. We've never really had the chance to attend one before at all. She's never been to school? Just where do these two come from? The more I talk to her, the more she makes herself sound like an alien. Sound like an alien. like, nice. Bringing in the Legend of Zelda, are we? Alright, Kenta, we'll go do our own thing for a bit. Just yell if you need us, and try not to die. And like that, she marches off, humming a happy tune. Hikari follows in her wake, but not before giving me one last icy look. I can almost feel my shoulders beginning to frost. Brrr. Well, I did it. I somehow convinced them to give me some peace. For the time being, anyway. But now what? First and foremost, I should probably try not to forget about lunch again. Otherwise, I might just kneel over and finish the job for whatever dark forces that are lurking out there. I head to the cafeteria. Ooh, a new scene. The cafeteria is, as you would expect during lunchtime, completely packed. Throngs of students take up what little walking space might have existed between the tables, equally as populated. I stand my ground and gradually work my way past the crashing waves of students that impede my path. Of course, getting food would never be so simple. Eventually, I work my way to the front of the line and approach the counter. Naturally, after all the students before me, there was very little in the way of choice. I guess it's either this sandwich or this other sandwich. Neither of them seem amazingly appetizing. Whatever. Anything will do after how much food I've missed out on. Cheap, bland sandwich in hand, I give a look over to the tables. Like before, they're all pretty packed. Though I do see one fairly empty table at the far end, but familiar somebody happily digging away at their lunch. Even from this distance, I can tell it's Sayaka, her vibrant brown hair instantly distinguishable from everyone else's. I don't see Hikari anywhere in sight. They must have decided to do their own things for the break. I guess if I want to sit down to eat, Sayaka's table is the only choice. But do I really want to eat here? It's so noisy, I can hardly even think. She hasn't noticed me either, completely absorbed in the demolition of her food. Maybe I can slip away to the roof, where no doubt it'll be more peaceful. Let's go sit with her. And again, can't really be bothered to scale all the way up to the roof when there's a seat right before me. That's not my argument, but I'll go with it is. And it might be a wasted journey if for whatever reason people are up there. The table it is. I approach Sayaka, whose eyes light up at the sight of me. That's a lot of food in front of her. What the hell? Her cheeks full to bursting, she attempts to address me, frantically waving her hand in the air as food flies everywhere. Eesh, don't talk with your mouth full. Hey, is it okay if I sit here? I'm just gonna leave. I'm not even gonna bother voicing over the muffled grunts, that's fine. She nods enthusiastically, shoveling another mouthful of food in. I'm no expert in the mouthful language, but I think she said be my guest. I didn't notice it before, but she has tons of food on her tray. Enough for 10 students at least. I'm not really sure how she got away with so many portions. It's no wonder the pickings were slim by the time I got there. I'm wondering if magic was used in persuading them to so willingly give her all of this. It's scary to think just how easily she's been wrapping the school around her finger since she arrived. She's a good-looking brunette. It's no magic there, Kenta. I mean, right now, she's only used it to enroll herself and get extra portions. But where does it end? There's almost something sinister to it all. Joining her at the table, I unwrap my sandwich and take a bite. Yep. Just as bland as I thought it'd be. How do you make a bland sandwich? Just the way I like. Oh, okay, Kenta, you asshole. Hey there. I thought you wanted some time away from us. Apparently done with whatever food she had crammed into her mouth, like some sort of hamster, she's finally free to talk. Though I can see her begin to amass another shovel's worth. She's like a machine. Yeah. I did, but there's nowhere else to sit, so... Okay. It's okay. You can admit that you just missed me so much and couldn't bear another moment alone without me. I won't tell Hikari. She grins and takes another bite. Ha. Funny. That's a point. Where is Hikari? I thought she'd be with you. It's okay. Finish your mouthful first. It's not that urgent. I bring my arms up to shelter myself from flecks of stray food as she excitedly tries to explain things. Gross. She's on the roof. Ah, I knew it. I knew there was a choice between the two of them. I think I picked right. I was saying, she doesn't like all the crowds and noise, so she wandered off on her own, mumbling something about finding a more quiet place. Do you think she's okay? Probably. She wolfs down another bite. Less than half the food left from what I first saw before I sat down. Where's it all going in that slim figure of hers? Magic. I think we'll know if something happens to her. Or more like, the whole school will know. She gets crazy strong when she's angry. Good to know, I think. So basically, if we feel the entire school rumble, we can assume something has happened to Hikari. So how are you finding your time at school? I think you mentioned something about having never been to one before? Oh yeah, it's great. Everyone is so friendly, and the food is amazing. As if to emphasize that point, she stabs into her food, her face practically glowing. And it's hard to time the Japanese when it'll end, because I don't know how long each sentence is going to be. And, maybe I should have worded it better. It's not that Hikari and I had never been to a school. We just hadn't been to a, normal one. What, did you guys go to some sort of magic school or something? I wasn't really being serious. And I didn't expect her to answer so honestly either. Really? Her mouth full again, she nods, having learned at least some manners. That's a really, really, by the look of things. A magic school. Where they teach... magic? Yes, Kenta, that would be the implication, you stupid idiot. No, they teach cooking there. That sounds like it could have been fun. Sayaka's expression darkens. Did I say this wrong thing again? It's not something I'd ever like to go through again. Let's just say that. Magic isn't something you just pick up in a day. There's years of studying, training, and... She clamps her mouth shut, slaps a hand across as if to stop any more words from leaking out. Damn it, she realized. Oops, silly me. That was a close one. One of these days I'm gonna find out just what the heck these two are. Any day now, she'll slip up completely and spill everything. Okay then, if I'm not allowed to know about this fancy magic organization you're part of, can I at least know a little bit more about you? Me? I mean, you seem to know everything here there is to know about me, for whatever creepy reason. So it'd be nice if I knew a little bit more about the people protecting me, magic aside. Man, she really has to think about this. Is it really that difficult for her to think of me of something that isn't magic related that she can actually share with me? Constantly interrupting her. So, this is pretty much a full-time job, so I don't really get that much time to myself. I'm not sure if there's much I can tell you without the big guys back at home getting grumpy at me. But, you know, she sweeps her gaze over the cafeteria, a small smile growing on her face. Being assigned to watch over you has actually been one of the most laid-back assignments we've had. We've been given the chance to enroll and live out something of a normal life here in the school. Well, I'm not really sure if I'd classify what they did as enroll, but I get what she means. Just being able to kick back and take things easy, like a normal girl. I didn't think I'd ever be able to do that. You know, I'm gonna miss this place when everything is finished here. Ooh, a little bit of foreshadowing. She falls silent, her eyes distant. She's lost in another world right now, deep in her thoughts. I never figured her as the kind to do all this deep thinking. Like a normal girl. Does that mean she doesn't like her magic way of life? I can see how it might get tiring if you had to battle things constantly like that monster I saw the other day. But she chose that lifestyle, right? At least, I think she must have. Can't really ask her, as I don't think I'll get away with more magic-related questions for the day. Yeah? Eyes glimmering and glistening lips parted ever so slightly, she gives me a look that makes my heart throb. Why do I get the feeling she's about to ask me something really important here? Oh, I know exactly where this is going. I know exactly where this is going. Are you gonna finish that? Her eyes fall into the sandwich in my hand. Still only one bite in it. Oh, no, I'm fine. Here. Thanks! You're the best. Still in a daze from the look she gave me just a moment ago, she snatches the sandwich out of my hand without resistance. God damn it, Kenta. Wait, what just happened? I'm left staring blankly at the empty hand, the majority of my sandwich already lost to the black hole that is Sayaka's stomach. I may have made a mistake here. I notice her tray is completely empty too. Spotless even. She's a monster. The lunch break soon comes to an end, and we're whisked back away to class. The rest of the school day goes by fairly normally. No crazy attacks, no monsters. Still can't shake the feeling that something is watching me, though. Ooh, the creepy music's back. Another day down, another walk home. My two guardians by my side. They seem noticeably more tense compared to last night. After how close that fight was, I really don't blame them. We were lucky she didn't pursue us back then, or that might have been it for me. No, it would have spelled the end for everyone. The journey back is silent, both the girls' faces mirroring each other in the look of sheer determination. They seem ready to spring into action at the slightest sign of danger, so I don't want to break their concentration with mindless small talk. Gradually, the sun sets on our route ahead, street lights flickering to life overhead one by one. Great. The more shadows begin to creep in all around us, the more tense I can feel myself become. They come to a stop. Something doesn't feel right. Kenta? What's wrong? There it is again. That damned headache out of nowhere. Wait, hasn't there always been a pattern with these headaches? They don't happen usually during the day unless... Ah, right on time. You really do make this easy, you know. Of course, we walked right into it. We really need to start finding a new route home. A sultry laugh drifts out of the darkness, causing both the girls to assume offensive positions. It can only be one person. Obsidian wings unfurl from amidst the night sky. The amber-eyed adversary from... Wow, that is a lot of A's in the sentence. Obsidian wings unfurl from amidst the night sky, and the amber-eyed adversary from before makes her presence known in a storm of black feathers. What was her name? Suzuki? I guess it doesn't matter. Names mean nothing right now. She has a maniacal look in her eye, a killer glint. Much like before, she isn't here to play around. There's only one thing she's after. Me. Light floods in and dispels the darkness for only a moment as the pair don their battle gear, weapons at hand. Kenta, get back. Right. I know how this works, okay? Not needing to be told twice, I sprint into a good distance from the three girls so as not to get caught up in any crossfire. But, are they going to be able to win? Yuzuki hardly broke a sweat last night, and she was able to keep both of them at bay at once with that scythe of hers. The difference in power was just too much. Not to mention my guardians have some serious issues with working together as a team. Also, the music's died off. That's interesting. Last night was a complete disaster. I fear we might have to take another tactical retreat, and I'm not sure if I have the stomach for it. Yuzuki lands gracefully before Sayaka and Hikari, an unsettling grin spreading from ear to ear on her face. I've got to say, I'm surprised you even want to fight. I thought you might just turn tail again. I suppose things are more fun this way. Her dark wings erupt in a stream of feathers, which reformed into a deadly scythe within her hands. Now, which one of you wants to die a miserable death first? Hikari, now! Hikari nods and lunges for Yakuzi before she can make the first move. Yuzuki. Jeez, Yakuzi. Sayaka kicks off the ground and flies a good deal backwards as she readies an arrow in her bow. Am I witnessing team play here? It certainly makes a change after last night's disaster. It's all useless. Yuzuki reacts like lightning and brings her scythes to a whirl, clashing with Hikari's sword. A shockwave bursts through the street as the two weapons collide, shattering nearby glass and warping street signs, a testament to just how strong these girls are. I'm beginning to see the shades of last night's fight. Yuzuki has the advantage in terms of brute strength, so she'll no doubt push back against Hikari's blade. But Hikari doesn't seem nervous at all. In fact, she seems confident. Light, come forth! Solar flare! Hikari stands her ground in the clash with gritted teeth, and her sword gives off a vibrant glow at her command. A glow that continues to intensify until it engulfs the clashing pair in a blinding light. I'm forced to shield my eyes with my arm, as if I was staring at the sun itself. Yeah, solar flare! It was bad enough for me to, at this distance, I can't imagine how bad it must have been for both of them. From the safety of my sleeve, I peer back out at the battle, the light fading slightly. It seems Yuzuki wasn't expecting that at all. She's reeling back from it, a hand to her face. What do you think you're playing at? And Hikari, duck! It's a nice picture. Ruins on the tip of the arrow there. Sayaka lets loose the arrow she'd been charging since the pair had clashed. It rockets off with unreal speed, leaving a trail of glimmering sparks in its wake as it homes in on Yuzuki. Hikari pulls back at Sayaka's voice and ducks just barely, avoiding the arrow coming her way. It's a direct hit. The arrow bursts upon impact and sends Yuzuki skidding backwards as she desperately tries to keep upright. It doesn't end there, though. Hikari hops to her feet and charges in for a follow-up attack, while Yuzuki is still doing her best to recover from the arrow. Oh, nice. Unnecessary panty shot, but whatever. Steel sings as Hikari kicks off the ground and goes for a crushing blow to the head. This should be it. I can't see how she'll escape from Hikari's blade now. It's over! The ground under my feet gives off a quake as she lands. A good half of the road splits under her blade, and chunks of concrete rain everywhere. Ooh, shit. It was a devastating attack, to be sure. Surely no one could have survived a blow like that. But... what? Hikari is just as bewildered as I am. The dark girl is nowhere to be seen. A single black feather drifts down from where she once stood. She just vanished. A sinister giggle echoes from the shadows. Did Yuzuki teleport? Or is she just so fast that I couldn't keep up? Hikari bolts up at the sound and shoots Sayaka a frenzied look. Sayaka, look up! Something glimmers out from the darkness behind her and then lashes out with a vicious swing. Sayaka just barely reacts in time, jumping to avoid the fatal slash. At least, I thought she avoided it. There's a sudden burst, and Sayaka lets out a shriek. She looks at herself unharmed, but a good portion of her outfit is in tatters. Fragments of what used to be her outfit rain down from above, well and truly diced by the mad girl's scythe. I mean, it's horrible. There's hardly anything left of her outfit. From where I'm standing, I can practically see... I lost track of what I was thinking about there. I'm not sure if this is the game apologizing to me, or if he's apologizing to me. What the fuck is he apologizing to? Fight! Bad. Terrible damage. Okay, back on track. Okay, that's good. Back on track, yes, right. This is insane. If she had reacted just a fraction of a second slower, her outfit wouldn't have been the only thing cut to ribbons by that attack. I thought Yuzuki seemed bad before, but if anything, tonight she seems even stronger. Or is it just all in my head? The pair learned from their mistakes the previous night, devised something almost resembling teamwork tonight to try and put an end to her, but she hits back twice as hard anyway. Sayaka and Hikari have given their all, and this monster still has the upper hand. I wonder if they have any tricks left. I suppose I should put more faith in my guardian angels, even if things look dire right now. They surely trained for all these kinds of intense battles and must have done at least something to fall back on. Something I hope doesn't involve flying again. I really don't want to fly again. At this point, I'll take my chances with Yuzuki. Sayaka hugs herself in an effort to cover up, her face flush with embarrassment. I can't imagine this being convenient at all during a fight. Well, really, having shit armor in a fight is not a good idea? Especially not at one as serious as this. I feel like I shouldn't be watching this. If this isn't an important fight, I can't afford to take my eyes off. Or something like that. Yeah, you and me both, Kenta. Just magic your clothes back in the fighting order. This is terrible! I can't fight like this. What do I do? With what should be a fairly troubling scene for her partner, Hikari actually seems more annoyed than anything as she rushes over. Come on, stop screwing around. She stomps her foot and scolds her half-naked partner. Seems like a rather bizarre way to treat someone in such a state. Ah, there it is. Magic the outfit back. I called it. You know damn well you can just regenerate your outfit. Eh? She can? So why has she been acting like she has? The music keeps cutting out. I wonder what's going on. This is so bad. Huh? Oh. Right. There's another flash, and her outfit is restored to what it once was. Really was that easy. Yeah, my bad. I totally forgot. Hikari hoists her sword up on her shoulder and lets out a sigh. A dangerous vein just faintly visible on her forehead. You know, for some twisted reason, I think part of you wanted to show off. Maybe to a certain somebody. Me? Never. You're one to talk. Accidentally leaving the door unlocked? Oh man, I can imagine that slap. Hikari raps her on the head. What is even... I was kidding. Guys, aren't you forgetting something? Now, I'm curious what Yuzuki is doing right now. I mean, it's not like you were in the middle of a fight or anything. Wait, that's a point. Yuzuki could have torn these two up while they were arguing. Where did she go after that attack? As if suddenly realizing this fact as well, both girls jump into serious mode, if that's even really possible, and assume offensive stances once more. Did you catch where she went off to? Why did I even ask? I'm beginning to grow uneasy. I instinctively throw a glance over my shoulder, only to be met with a maniacal smile. Boo. Ah, you! She's right behind me. How did she manage that? And again, I guess it probably wasn't that difficult a feat with how distracted my supposed guardians can get. I stumble backwards with a grasp, just narrowly avoiding her outstretched grasp as she reaches for me with a limp. Ah, damn it. I was so close as well. The dark girl winces and her shoulders sink. It seems like she barely has any strength left, as she just barely keeps a hold of her scythe, limply at her side. Maybe the combined attack before was more effective than I thought. It finally caught up with her, all her energy reserves well and truly spent. This was probably her last-ditch effort to get me. I'm lucky I turned around when I did. She gives me a narrowed glare as she staggers backwards a few steps, my bodyguards catching up with me. Amber eyes full of hatred, she shifts her gaze to Sayaka and Hikari. Looks like it's my turn to retreat for the night. Don't think you've won anything just yet. You got lucky with that cheap shot, but don't expect it to work a second time. Kenta will be mine.
なんてことはしないから。
But don't
また会い
worry.
ましょう。
I'm not cruel enough as to part ways without leaving you something to play with. Until we meet again. She begins to sink back into the shadows, giving off another devious laugh despite her limping retreat. That last part of what she said worries me. Something to play with?
どこにだってついてってあげるわ。ここで戦いを終わらせましょう。
Like hell you're going anywhere. We're gonna finish this fight here and now.
光、どうせ間に合わない。
Hikari, maybe we should be... Hikari disregards her partner's advice and blazes forward, sword at the ready. It seems like her blade is just about to connect with Yuzuki before she can make her escape. Something whips out, as if appearing out of nowhere, and takes Hikari off her feet, hoisting her high into the air. A thick, slimy appendage... Oh, come on. Tentacle? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where I'm going to call this apart when we come back next time. A tentacle? Till next time, guys. Later!